Welcome to our channel, Chechen Blogger in English. We are in the single picket in London in front of Romanian consulate against the extradition of Amina Gerikhanova, innocent lady who is being kept illegally, unlawfully detained by Romanian authorities. We are protesting against Amina's extradition, and we're asking to release Amina Gerikhanova and let her unite and live free as a human being and stop the extradition. Here I am, Abdul Malik, and welcome again to my YouTube channel. So we're going to let some people to come in and we'll start our stream. Going to share it. Okay, actually, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let's place this one for free. For the second. So here we are. Okay, we got already some people watching. Can you let me know how can you hear me? Can you hear me well? How is the connection? Okay, yes, walaikum salam. Very good, yeah? Okay, nice, nice. So we're going to share it now while we're live. We'll start in a minute. So you can hear. Okay, good, good. ITM, welcome. I'm gonna start in a minute. Just let some people to come in. Right, now we are live on YouTube. Welcome everybody again. As I've told you, we are standing here in front of the Romanian consulate. We are protesting against the extradition of Amina Gerikhanova to Russia. We're asking Romanian authorities to free Amina Gerikhanova, innocent lady who they are keeping locked up, believing to Russian corrupted terrorist regime. We know very well what Russia is doing in Ukraine today, And we know very well what Russia did yesterday in Chechnya, today's occupied Chechnya. Russia killed 300,000 innocent Chechen people, but 300,000 innocent Chechen blood was not enough for Russia. Then they invaded Georgia. After they invaded Syria. Then now finally Russia came to the doorstep with the war to Ukraine. Now daily, every day, Russian terrorist regime is killing innocent Ukrainians. Amina Gerikhanova was a refugee who escaped the Russian terror in occupied Chechnya, run by Ramzan Kadyrov, and she fled to Ukraine. For the past 5-6 years, Amina Gerikhanova was living in Ukraine, in a peaceful country. She had no problems in Ukraine, and the Ukrainian authorities never had no problems with Amina Gerikhanova. She was raising up her child and living in a peaceful life and working. But the Russian world, so-called, the Russian terror, when Russia invaded Ukraine, Amina Gerikhanova had to escape the Russian terror second time. We keep repeating it, but we have to deliver the message to you. Amina Gerikhanova has escaped Russian terror first from Chechnya and second time from Ukraine. But when she was coming to Europe to save her life and to save her child's life, when she was passing the border of Romania, Amina Gerikhanova was arrested. Since she's been arrested for 180 days, the maximum limit of time, they kept her locked up. But after 180 days, the Romanian authorities were supposed to release Amina Gerikhanova by law. And they told all of us that she will be released on that day, but it was all lies. On the day of her release, four Romanian police officers were waiting for her, and they arrested her again, and they put her to detention center. And now they are threatening her to be deported to Russia. So we're campaigning against Romanian injustice, and we're asking Romanian authorities, we're asking all human beings, all the human rights organizations to get involved, and we're asking Romanian authorities to release innocent lady Amina Gerikhanova. Amina's fault is only that she wants to live free. All what she's done she escaped from the Russian terror. Why I'm calling Russia is a terror? Because Russia daily, every day used to bomb us. I was a child that time. I remember everything. And now, since the invasion to Ukraine, all the crimes which Russia committed against Chechen people have been revised. Because every crime what they're doing have got the same pattern. What they used to do in Chechnya. They're doing the same crimes against humanity in Ukraine today. So somehow Romanian authorities are believing Russia's request through Interpol system, and they're trying to extradite her to Russia. Russia is the terrorist state recognized by many countries, many people at least. Even if it's not official, it will be officially too recognized as a terrorist state. Why? Because what Russia is doing is unacceptable. What Russia did in Chechnya is not forgotten. The crimes has got no statute of limitations. 300,000 innocent Chechen lives matters. Ukrainian lives matter. Syrian lives matter. All human lives matter. So we're asking Romanian authorities, stop believing Russia, stop cooperating with Russia, and release Amina Gerikhanova. Amina Gerikhanova is innocent lady. Amina Gerikhanova has fled the terror, the Russian terror from Chechnya, from occupied Chechnya by Putin. And now, when Russia came to Ukraine, I'm repeating it again. Yes, and I will be repeating. And I will keep repeating, and I will keep coming here, and not only me, these protests are going on all over Europe. Because what Romania is doing is bizarre. It's not normal. On a human's mind, how can they believe and follow false accusations of the terrorist state, Russian Federation? So I'm here to remind you what Russia has been doing in Chechnya. What has Russia been doing? Russia used to shoot with the snipers, the children. Russia used to send their rockets to our houses. They used to kill us day and night. I am the child from that war. And what Russia is doing even now, they occupied my country, Russia occupied our country, and now today, every day they are breaching all human rights. Anybody who is against their injustice, they are being persecuted, kidnapped, locked up to prison, tortured, raped, and killed. So we are against the Russian terror. We are against breach of human rights. We want to free innocent lady Amina Gerikhanova. All her fault is that she is a Chechen. All her fault that she wants to live free, as every one of us wants to live free. But Romania illegally keeping her locked up, separated from her 8-year-old child. So we are campaigning against the Romanian injustice. Again, we're asking Romania to release Amina Gerikhanova. We're asking Romania to stop dealing with Russia. We're asking to the whole European countries to exclude Russia from Interpol membership, because Russia is abusing Interpol membership. Russia is a terrorist state. It's a known fact by all world. Today we are witnessing the crimes committed against humanity in Ukraine. Stop Amina's extradition to Russia. Release Amina Gerikhanova. Let her unite with her 8-year-old child. Stop cooperating with Russia. Stop believing Russia. How many Chechens must be killed to free our people? How many Chechen blood do you want to take through this terrorist Ramzan Kadyrov to free our people? Enough! We are saying enough! Chechen lives matter! Enough killing innocent Chechen people! Freedom for Chechen Republic of Ichkeria! Freedom for Ukraine! Freedom for Amina Gerikhanova! Stop Russian terror! That's what we're asking. And we will be asking for the justice again and again. What Russia done in Bucha This is the well-known fact that Russian terrorist soldiers have been raping Ukrainian civilians. What Russia has done in Samashki was similar crimes. What Russia has done in Aldi, they killed dozens of innocent Chechens from their houses. They used to call it zachistka, ethnic cleansings, targeting young men, kidnapping them, torturing them and killing them, burning the dead bodies even, burying them alive. These are the facts. Go to the Telegram channel, Genocide of Chechens. You will see this. These are the facts, what they used to do. I grow up in their terror, witnessing all their crimes. I had enough. We had enough. The whole world had enough from terrorist state Russia. So we're asking, stop Russian terror. Stop killing Chechens. Stop kidnapping innocent Chechens. Stop putting to jails with fabricated cases Chechens. We are the same humans as everyone. We have the same rights like everyone. But all our fault is that we are Chechens and we are Muslims. But who cares? Russia does. Russia calls us terrorists. Why? Simply because we do not accept the Russian occupation. We've been fighting for our freedom for hundreds of years. Millions of Chechens were killed by Russia, but it has been forgotten. 1944, 23rd of the February, the whole Chechen nation was exiled, deported to Siberia and Kazakhstan. 600,000 Chechens were killed by terrorist Russians at that time. 7 members from my family. But today we are not even allowed to speak about it. In fact, they are blaming ourselves of that genocide committed by Soviet Union, by Stalin, by Khrushchev, and so on. In 1994, when Russia first invaded Free Chechen Republic of Ichkeria, within a year they killed over 100,000 innocent Chechens. But because of the spirit of Chechen people, because of the justice what we wanted, so thirsty, so hungrily, all Chechens went out and fought against that terrorists, and we kicked them out. We won the first war, and we started living our life on our own country. Freedom life, free life. But not for long. After 2 years of having independence, when Putin wanted to come to the power, what did he do? We all know. But we will repeat for those who do not know what Putin has done. Putin has exploded the buildings all over the Russia. Putin has killed his own people to blame them later on Chechens. And that was the cause. What Putin blamed Chechens of being a terrorist, including the children, and they invaded second time. But when the second time it was more cruel, they killed much more. They killed hundreds of thousands. The airstrikes would never stop. Day and night they used to bomb us. Day and night they used to shoot children. 42,000 children. This is called genocide. So we have not forgotten it, and we have not forgiven it. And we want the justice. We want the justice for our people. Yes, Chechen lives matter. Yes, every human lives matter. Enough, we are saying, and we will repeat it again and again. We will deliver it the way how we can. This is what we can. I'm a simple man. I'm a human being. I'm a Chechen refugee who fled the Russian terror in 2002 because of the Russian invasion and inhuman killings, torturings, and the persecution. That was the reason I could not stay in my house, in my home. Yes, I lost friends. Yes, I lost relatives. Every Chechen has lost family members doing those two brutal terrorist actions against our nation. So we're calling to the whole mankind to wake up and to help Chechen people to deoccupy, to free our land, and to help to return 300,000 refugees who are living today in Europe. Yes, we left Chechnya. We've been living in Europe. We found our refuge, every individual. We've been living here. But Russia does not leave us alone even to live here on the side. They fabricate cases against us and ask for extraditions. That's why I'm here now in protest. Why? Because Amina Gerikhanova has been requested through the Interpol system by terrorist state Russia. They're blaming Amina Gerikhanova of being in Syria, participating in war with ISIS. This is a lie. This is a false accusations from Russia. But who believes again? Romania believes Russian false accusations. And that is the reason, because they believe they are keeping our sister Amina Gerikhanova locked up unlawfully, illegally in prison. There is not just Amina. There are more people in European prisons with false, fabricated cases against our people. So we had enough. And we're saying, stop Russia's membership in Interpol. Here is the banner. Stop Russia's membership in Interpol. Russia is abusing Interpol membership. What Russia is doing in Crimea with Crimean Tatars, what Russia is doing in Mariupol, what Russia is doing in every occupied, in Donbass, in Lugansk, they're doing exactly the same thing what they did in Chechnya. They occupied Chechnya, they put their own puppet government and terrorizing the whole nation by keeping them as hostages. Chechens are not allowed to say a word against the regime. If you dare to say a word against the Russian terror, you will be blamed exactly like Amina Gerikhanova and called a terrorist and locked up, tortured, raped, and killed. But we are saying enough. Enough, Chechen blood is enough. We don't tolerate Russian injustice. We want freedom. We want justice. We want to stop the Russian aggression. We want to deoccupy our country. Chechens today are fighting in Ukraine with Ukrainians. fighting for Ukraine and fighting for the occupation of Chechen Republic of Ichkeria. And at the same time, we have so-called Chechens too, the Kadyrovites, the terrorist people who've been brought up, the Putin's generation we call them, specifically brought up to stand for Russia and to kill their enemies. But Ukraine is not our enemies. Ukraine has never invaded Chechnya. In fact, Russia is the one for centuries invading and killing of innocent Chechen people who want to live free on our land. But they have been brainwashed. They brought them up 24/7, brainwashing them, telling them that Ahmad is some kind of power. We saying no, there is no power except the God's power. Ahmad is the traitor. Kadyrov is a traitor. Kadyrov is the traitor who called, in fact, for the jihad. But when the war kicked off, he switched aside and started working for Russia with our enemy until he was killed by his own master, Putin. He was terrorizing Chechen people. But after, when he was taken off the way, maybe because he was not easy to manipulate, Putin has placed his son, who is committing more cruel actions against humanity, more cruel torturing, more crimes who is committing against our people. The Chechens are living in fear. They cannot say a word. They cannot speak about their rights. They have no rights. So how long will this be continuing? We had enough. And that's why we are here to tell the whole world. In London, we want to stop the Russian terror. We want to stop the Russian aggression. We want to stop the Russian injustice. And we are now standing in front of the Romanian consulate. Why? Because Romania is taking part, in my opinion. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. Because Amina Gerikhanova, a refugee who fled from Chechnya, then later from Ukraine, when Russia attacked Ukraine, all her fault was that she was fleeing the Russian terror. But the Romanians arrested her and keeping her until today. Today, in fact, was her court, her trial. I have no news what happened to her, but I am asking to all humanity, to all mankind, to all human rights organizations, to the politicians, to everyone who cares about humanity, I'm asking you to stand for Amina Gerikhanova. Save Amina Gerikhanova. And this is not the end. We have another Chechen lady who is being locked up in France. And the same individuals we have in every country of Europe. Why? Because the Russia is playing their terror in the system of Europe. So the Europeans must exclude Russia from Interpol membership. They must understand who is the real enemy, not the Chechen refugees. Chechen refugees have come to Europe to save their lives. But we are being persecuted by those that injustice being done against us, even in European countries. So we're asking, stop injustice against Chechen people in Europe, and stop torturing, kidnapping, killings from Chechnya, in occupied Chechnya. We're asking to stand all humanity to support us and to support Ukraine, exactly as the world has woken up today, exactly as they're supporting Ukraine. We're asking the whole mankind, the whole humanity, to support Chechens. Enough! Chechen blood is enough! We had enough of the Kadyrov's regime. We had enough of the Putin's regime. Because what it brings? Torture, death, and hypocrisy, cruelty, injustice, corruption. We don't want that kind of life. We want to live free in our country. We want to bring up our children in a human way. We don't want our children to go to Ukraine and fight and kill innocent Ukrainians. But Kadyrov's regime is bringing up, they brought up actually Putin's generation, we call them. In fact, even the Putin so-called generation, when they see now the real war, the real killings, even they don't want now to go to Ukraine and kill innocent people. But Kadyrov's regime is forcing them to go to Ukraine, making them fight against innocent people from Ukraine. Kadyrov's regime is forcing them to kill innocent people. If they don't, their families getting persecuted. Their wives, their brothers, their fathers, they kidnap those. If someone refuses the order, they kidnap their families, they torture them, they humiliate them, and they kill them. And through relatives, they have been controlling our people for so many years. They try to do the same with me. But do I have rights to be do I have rights to make them manipulate myself as being myself a free man living in UK? They can't control my life. They can kill me. They can put me to jail. They can ask for my extradition, but they cannot control me, because I am the one who controlling my life. I'm the one who deciding what I want to do with the will of my Lord. I do not tolerate the terrorist methods by trying to shut up, by controlling, threatening through relatives. Yes, Ramzan Kadyrov, I told you, you can have all my relatives if you want. If you're so desperate, you can kill my whole family. I told you that. Yes, I do care about my family, but I care about my people more than my family, because my people are more than my family. My family is maximum 100 members, but over 1 million, the whole Chechen nation, you are keeping in hostages, as the hostages. So I've chosen my people, and you will not shut me up. You will not stop me. I will be stopped from the moment when my Lord wants me to be stopped. There is nothing in this world who can shut me up except my Lord. And I'm not tolerating you, your methods, to make me shut up, and I call for everyone to stand the same way and to stop their terrorist methods of scaring us and shutting our mouths up. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. People are waking up today. People had enough today. And we want freedom. We want justice. We don't want your terrorist regime. We don't want your terrorist system. So finally, I ask to the all mankind to help all Chechens, the real Chechens, to free our occupied country and to save over 1 million of Chechens who are living under the terrorist regime. And we're saying Chechen lives matter. And we're saying freedom to Amina Gerikhanova. Now we will have a break and go through the comments, and we'll carry on in a minute. Wa alaikum salam.
How you doing?
Welcome, brother. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Just live, yeah? Just let you know.
Oh, okay.
If you want to speak, you are welcome. You heard me. If you want to comment, you can comment. So basically, as you know, we are protesting against Romanian injustice against Amina Gerikhanova, our Muslim sister. We are asking this flag, this country, Romania, to free Amina Gerikhanova. We are asking them to stop cooperating and believing Russia. Russia is a terrorist state who breaching all human rights. Stop Russian terror. Freedom to Ukraine, freedom to Chechnya, and freedom to Amina Gerikhanova. How are you, brother?
Alhamdulillah, we're good. We're good.
Alhamdulillah. How long you been here?
Oh, only about 5-10 minutes.
I was a bit talking emotional, yeah?
Yeah. I saw. They said, do you want to do a short interview?
Yes, I think I'm going to end soon. I'm going to go through the comments, see what people saying, and give a bit answers, and then we'll have a short interview. So there's a journalist, cameraman is here. So anyway, I'm going to now check the comments. One second. Okay, brothers and sisters, welcome all. And if you have any questions, you can ask me questions. If not, then we'll be ending this stream. I think we said enough, and I think this will be delivered to the right people. That's what we want. We want stop Russian terror. We want to free our sister Amina Gerikhanova. We want the occupation. We want to stop kidnapping, torturing, and killing, and raping, including male, by those terrorist Kadyrovs. All the negative names you call it is suitable for those terrorists. Okay, brothers and sisters, so I'm going to end this live stream on this, and inshallah follow me and you will see the news. We will update on Save Amina Telegram channel, so we'll see you there, and inshallah if we can we will do the voice chat tonight on Telegram, Save Amina. You can join Save Amina voice chat and we will talk in voice chat from Save Amina. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm gonna end it on this one. Thank you for listening and watching.